The easiest way to tame out a big snake is you just handle them as much as you want to. This little girl, as I said, I've had her 3 weeks. This is her 3rd feed. I've handled her every night before. On the 3 nights that I've fed her, this is the 3rd night I'm feeding her. 3rd time handling her, and if she refuses this feed, I would be very, very, very surprised.
Can I just point out something really funny? Even though she's a really pretty snake, on your other arm, there's bite marks. They're off of the snakes, guys, just so you're wondering.
Which arm? Oh, yeah, that's from my boa. She's a bit feisty at the minute.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah,
not that I encourage bites, but you can see 2 proper teeth marks. Funny.
Yeah, my boa's had me, but again, that was my error, not hers. I spooked her a bit. I think she was probably asleep, and I just put my hands in to get her out like I normally would. And she did what most snakes would do.
I do genuinely believe that people get complacent, and that's when you get bitten.
Oh God, yeah.
I get it a lot as well, especially with lizards. You know, and you think, oh, he's fine. You just put your hand in, and bam. You know.
Yeah, you do. You get to know your snakes and your animals. You think, oh, they're all right, and then you go and stick your hand in, and then you get bit. As I say, I mean, the times where I get bit, 9 times out of 10, where anyone gets bit, it's usually down to owner handler error. To be fair.
Oh yeah.
So let's put her back in, and we'll pick up her rat. I feed her small wiener rats. And so I've had her 3 weeks. This is the 3rd feed, and as per usual, she's not gonna stay put and got herself hooked round me. You silly nit! Just dunked her head in the water. So, yep. She's not gonna mess about taking this. I know she's hungry. It's been 7 days since I last fed her. Get a whiff of this. Come on. Come on. You know you want it. Come on. Come on. And there we go, straight on the nose.
That was a bit too quick for me to catch. Sorry, everyone. I wasn't expecting it to go that quick.
She is a fast striker.
Give it a wiggle.
The reason I wiggle it, guys, is if she thinks I'm going to try and take it off her.
There you go.
As
That's
you can
perfect.
see, she wraps around it a bit more.
That is, for a baby, I think that's probably the perfect constriction.
So she will eat that, no problems. I suppose, guys, really, I mean, the size that you feed your baby, Burmese, again, personal preference. I mean, some people would say at this sort of stage where she's about 3 months old, you know, give them rat pups, rat fluff. Personally, she likes a small wiener rat, and this will do her now for 7 to 10 days.
They do say it's on width as well, so I've got the camera right above her, and the width is pretty much, I mean, the rat is pretty much bang on her width. So, again, subject to different snakes, isn't it?
Of course it is. That's why my favourite saying is reptile world is subjective. It's down to your own individual personal preference, what you feed your reptiles, when you feed your reptiles. And personally, I've always used rats. I don't find mice very nutritional for snakes, to be honest, because they're more bone than anything. But again, there's probably people out there that prefer using mice to rats. So she's just had a look round because one of our cats has just entered the room. She'll still eat it anyway. If she doesn't, I'd be very surprised. You're alright, sweetheart. Go on, finish your food.
Give that tail a wiggle.
Yeah, I think she's just having a look around.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she is a baby. I've just seen the coils loosen out, that was all. She's smelling the air. She is a gorgeous looking thing though.
Yeah, she is.
So shiny. The patterning's amazing. So if anyone does buy a Burmese or any sort of snake and they do drop it, don't panic. If they uncoil it, they'll still eat it.
And one thing I've found I've had to do with ball pythons before if they've dropped it is normally I'll take the rat back out, superheat it, let them strike at it again. 9 times out of 10 they'll have it a second time.
Do you know I've done it before with ball pythons where you just dip the head in?
Yeah.
Just dip its head in,
yeah,
and that's sometimes enough to get their heat pits going. Oh yeah, and they'll bang again, they'll go again. She's looking for the nose.
No, you can't eat it foot first, you silly nit.
No,
But she'll try anyway. There we go, back down the head.
She's got it.
To the nose. Well done, good girl. There we go, guys, she's got it.
Should just work on that now.
Again, I mean, I can't stress enough, guys. I mean, if your snake does drop its food, don't worry, they will eat it.
Well, I mean...
So she just caught the scent of one of our kittens that just walked into the room and it just distracted her.
At this sort of age, any sort of snake are on the high alert. If, you know, if in the wild, they'll be looking at birds, picking them up and that sort of thing. So they'd drop a food and leg it rather than eat themselves, I suppose.
Course, yeah. They get very easy distracted.
Yeah, of course they do.
When it comes to eating.
But when they get bigger and bigger, there's not many birds that could pick up a full-size burm. So I think they get a bit more. I think they get a bit more relaxed.
I think they do as they get older. The thing is that they get more relaxed as they get older because they know they're the top of the food chain. Also, oh yeah, and just in case any of you guys in America are watching this, here in England we're not allowed to feed live food to snakes.
I wouldn't condone it anyway. Unless
the snake is actually refusing point blank to eat frozen thawed, then we can in certain exceptions. But personally, I would never feed a live animal to any of my reptiles. It's just not worth the risk of harm to the snake or, well, whatever it is you've got. As you can see, she's quite contentedly eating.
I know this is gonna sound really bad, right? But you know when snakes do drop a feed, instead of leaving a mouse or a rat in a tub or a rob or whatever overnight, so it really does stink.
Oh god, yeah, it does.
It's great having monitor lizards because you can just,
Yeah.
No, I know it sounds bad, but you can, they're like waste disposal units.
Another thing as well, guys, if you've got a monitor lizard, if you breed snakes, the slugs, which are the infertile eggs, you can actually feed to a boss monitor and they will eat them. Doesn't do them any harm. Again, it's a circle of life thing in the wild. They'd raid nests for eggs, so
all monitors are the thief of the reptile world.
She's working that down quite nicely now. Still amazes me how big a feed a baby Burmese will actually eat.
I think she could have took bigger.
I think she can take bigger, but again, I don't want her to be a heavy feeder. I don't want her to be a food orientated Burm.
No, on that particular feed, I mean, I zoomed in and, you know, again, I don't think, again, I'm not going to keep going back to in the wild, all that. But, I mean, for her, I don't think she'd strike a rat, get a measuring tape out and think, ooh, no, it's a bit girthy, I might not bother.
She'd still attempt it anyway.
Yeah, it's like a drunk with a kebab. You know, they don't open the box and go, oh, that's a bit much, that.
No.
And just get stuck in, regurgitate it afterwards.
Yeah, that's very true, actually. So, yeah, I mean, she knows when feed night is, and again, point proven with her. I've handled her, she's eaten. I'll leave her for 24 hours now, let her digest it. And then it'll be a case of, where are we? It'll be Wednesday morning, I'll get her out, do a bit of handling, change her paper in a tub. And some of you are probably thinking, why have you got a baby Burmese in a tub with paper in a water dish? Well,
they freak out if it's any bigger than a tub.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that, they're not idiots.
Well, there are some people out there that, you know, they put snakes in vivs, and personally I think, and this is just my thoughts, people who put snakes into a viv, it's for your own benefit. It's a sort of mental state where you think that you're providing the snake with everything it needs. Well, you can actually provide a snake with everything it needs. Feed it once a week, every 10 days. Heat, water, and a clean environment to live in. They don't actually need much more than that.
I would suggest, though, it is a really good idea of when you are going to feed. Yeah. I know people say don't handle them, but we've obviously learnt over the years that when you're feeding snakes on substrate,
the substrate,
they eat half of it. You know, it gets stuck to the wet rat or mouse, whatever it is you're feeding. So it is worth taking your snake out for 2 seconds, putting a couple of sheets of like kitchen roll.
So she's working that down, guys. As you can see, there's a nice.
And let them eat, and leave them in there then to digest it. Just no harm.
Back in your tub, missus. I don't like using the hook with you because you're still really tiny. Come on, in you go.
I use my hand. I love Burmese.
She's still only little, so.
And unfortunately, I can't do a YouTube video. I know this is about snakes and Burmese feeding, but I just wanted a quick pan over just to see Raptor. He's tucked away asleep. There we go. Let's get them. Right, tub's away. So good feed.
Yeah. As usual, she's took the food. I didn't think for 1 minute that she wouldn't. She's probably, as baby Burms go, she's probably one of the most chilled out I've known. And again, though, I have her out at least twice a day. I let her roam around my living room floor.
I think, though, if you're calm, they're calm. I mean, like working with monitors, bearded dragons, geckos. Well, I call them the squealers. You know, you got to be careful. You know, if they bite you, just don't move. Just sit there. They'll you know, just be calm. See,
she's now got a nice little lump in her belly there now, guys, from that small wiener rat.
Chunky monkey.
Give it 24 hours or so and you'll barely notice that she's even eaten.
Happy days.
So,
One full feed.
If you like that video, hit the like button. You know, please hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you know when we post videos. That's all from us for tonight, guys, and we'll see you soon with another video. Bye.